Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 224 of Dissonant Waves. I've got the title all figured out. My name is Domino. The title for this episode will be Ritzie Still Got It. Ritz
Damn.
is here.
Hello. And Chicks, I want to segue into something for you. You've complained a couple hours ago. You spent $15 on a chocolate cake?
Yes, I spent 15 American dollars on a chocolate cake. That's like what, 25 Australian?
Yeah, probably. And keep in mind, this looks to be a
Slice of cake.
it's one slice of cake.
Yes.
Full
one
cake for
slice of
25
cake.
Australian? Pretty good, but one slice? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
To be fair, it does seem like they pointlessly drizzled chocolate sauce and icing over it.
The chocolate
icing
sauce
sugar
wasn't even good, and the icing sugar wasn't even sifted.
Damn.
I got beef with this place. It's called the White Rabbit Dessert Experience. They just do dessert. A glass of milk is $5.50.
A glass of milk?
A glass of milk.
Is fucking
Okay,
like
well,
I can
cool milk? Or
I
is
can
it
go
just
and get a
milk?
gallon for 2 gallons for that price.
Yeah, it costs for about a liter, 2 liters of milk is how I usually get it. Probably about $5 Australian.
And yeah,
That's like places charging for soda water.
yeah. But anyways, this place, everything was stupid expensive. I peeked in the kitchen, not an oven in sight. They're not doing anything in house. It's all Cisco products.
Damn.
Meaning
Yeah.
they ordered it out of a catalog, slapped it on a plate, gave it a splooge of chocolate and a half-hearted sponge of powdered sugar, and it was okay. The cake was too rich. You ever have chocolate cake that's too rich?
Yes.
I could talk about my partner's birthday cake if you want. There was many layers of chocolate with the Nutella chocolate frosting, which to her
straight up dark.
just want to point out to her she loved it, so that's fine because it's her cake. But I want to point out that I think I had a very thin slice of it, and I feel like I still got when you get the shakes from just a bit too much sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like a German chocolate
Anyways.
cake will do that sometimes, it's very rich.
I fucking love a German chocolate cake. The fucking coconut.
They can be good. But sometimes
Anyways,
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't really care for cake that has multiple layers. Like I feel like you can kind of get the cake to be in one layer and it'll still be the same. Keep in mind, I like
cake.
I do like tiramisu, but those are smaller layers, so it's basically
like
one
layer
layer anyway.
cake. But like my family is weird, and I grew up with like pudding cakes and Jello cakes and whatnots.
Fair.
Ice cream cake, the Freddo ice cream cake.
My hot take is that cake is overrated. Pie is infinitely better.
I mean, I don't really have dessert pies much. I have the good old meat pies.
I love me a strawberry tort cake though.
I will fuck up an apple pie, a fucking American pie style.
Give me fresh strawberries, the whipped cream, the whitest white cake. Oh man, that's something.
But anyways, back to bitching about this restaurant. No theme decor. They were kind of going for Alice in Wonderland, but it looks like they just bought a bunch of shit off Temu
Barf.
and put it in decor.
Water, atmosphere.
Art on the menu looked AI generated.
Is this a new restaurant?
Disney World. There's one of these fucking restaurants in Disney World.
Okay, so not very new, but from everything you're saying, it seems like it's recent.
Yeah,
but also
it's definitely a recent thing.
Chicks, not to victim blame, but to completely victim blame. If it's a place that's in Disney World, are you really surprised they do this?
We didn't know it was in Disney World when we went. We went and got good cheap Chinese food, and we're like, oh.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you know the waters that you go into are shark infested or not. You still walk into shark infested waters.
Fair. But anyways, I had like a little nibble of ice cream because I wasn't doing dairy because I didn't want to shit my pants on the drive back, and but I had a little spoon of ube ice cream, and it just tasted like sweet cream ice cream, no extra flavor in it, just dyed purple. and the chocolate sauce tasted like it was made with carob instead of chocolate.
Is it carrot?
Carob.
What's carob?
It is like a kind of chocolate flavoring thing that tastes nothing of chocolate, but people are like, "Oh, you wouldn't know it isn't chocolate."
Is
You
that like what
won't believe it's not butter.
Is that like what they make in they put into like red velvet?
No, it's like what they put it in dog treats that are like supposed to be chocolate.
Oh, okay.
It's like a health food chocolate thing
Oh
too.
no.
So would it kind of be comparable to kind of like artificial sweetener?
No, it's imagine like you're trying to eat like you're eating like the shittiest chocolate bar you've ever had, and then there's
Yep.
just somebody's ass in the middle of that chocolate.
It's like the
Oh, that
LaCroix
would
chocolate.
depend on the somebody. That's
Like
a true varies from person to person.
asshole chocolate starfish. Anyways, I had fun. I will not be going back.
3 out of 10, I guess.
It looked like they had a fun bathroom to do cocaine in, but I don't do cocaine. The toilet was black.
And I don't do coke. And I don't do coke. So just remembering the Lemmy Show skit. Fantastic story, Tricks. This is a music podcast, however.
Yes, I had gone from seeing music, believe it or not.
Yeah, you saw
what were you
Patili
saying?
again, huh?
No, I was watching my boyfriend sing.
There you go. Good job.
Thank you.
I can't think of a joke here or a segue here, so should we just get started on the first? Yeah.
Anyway, we got some stuff to cover this week. Tricks.
That's right. Start with actually saying what we're covering this week.
Yeah.
Tricks, you picked Steely Dan's Asia.
Gaucho.
Asia.
Yes.
I did not listen to Gaucho this week, I hope you know.
Oh, I listened to so much Steely Dan this week.
Ritz, you chose Still Full from Lunch's Hills Hoist, and Holo Boy by This Is Lorelei. And I did Quincy Jones's Freudian slip. Quincy Jones's Back on the Block, and Charlie Johnston's Wolves Abound EP.
I can't believe Dominic got cancelled before we actually started talking about an album this week.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was Dominic, not me. Well, Tricks, since you were talking a lot already, where do you want to start?
I don't want to blow my load about Steely Dan yet.
I think I have the least to say about the EP, so we could start there.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna suggest.
But I chose it, so
yeah, the what something Johnston.
yeah, Charlie Johnston.
Charlie Johnson.
Which
Charlie
I believe
Johnston.
is related to Post Office Winter, correct?
And Masaturi.
Yes.
Yeah, Charlie was on the last album, which for some reason that name is already slipping my mind because I'm a terrible, terrible fake fan.
I mean, DJ set or Music Box?
Yeah, DJ set. Charlie
Damn.
Johnson is on there.
Album of the year, and yeah, you forgot.
I forgot.
yeah.
That's my bad. Long year.
And there was an album that released in December. The Fire Truck is Running Late. But I said no, nay, we shall cover Wolves Abound instead first.
I mean, you're right. There isn't much to actually say about this, but like I like it. It's cute.
It's
all right.
It's a nice little folk thing.
I feel like this is. I think I'd rather talk about the album. I haven't listened to it, but I just feel like having a lot more to talk about will probably help. Because this is barely 10 minutes.
Yeah, and a lot of the songs are pretty short, so they kind of do their thing and end.
Which is cool. Like if you think about it in a way of like a very kind of conceptual EP, or in the sense of you're getting the concept of what they are trying to be as an artist, then it works in that way. Because I feel like what you still do get from that 10 minutes is quality, but just because that's all good, it doesn't mean that you come out satisfied.
Right. Like some of it was kind of cutesy in like a Love Montreal way, which was interesting. but again, not super memorable or sticking with me. It's more of the aesthetics and kind of the like. There's like an artistic flair here that I like, but kind of like exploring the space.
Mm.
Hmm.
And yeah, I feel like it's kind of one of those. Well, that's it. That's kind of the EP. That's what you've talked about. And I guess not every release that's out there is something that you can, I guess, talk about for ages, but also you can still kind of see its reason for existing.
Yeah,
Like it's cute. It showcases who they are as an artist, and that's probably. I mean, I feel like with the connections of Masatori and Post Office Winter, because I don't know if they are a member of Post Office or they're just collabed with them. Um, but in those senses, it's kind of like, okay, well, other art other artists who might find this band and want to collab can go like, okay, well, I can see what you're trying to do. This would work in my sound. Or even Charlie just goes, hey, here's what I'm trying to do. Try and get that to a label who might try and make, I guess, a more fleshed out release. And
this helps.
without this being
The last single from Post Office Winter, everything by Charlie Johnston and Will Huffman. So very
okay,
much
there,
a
yeah.
part of
So
it.
it would be, yeah, they are part of Post Office. Yeah, so but without it being fleshed out further, it becomes kind of harder for us to really dive any deeper into it. It's a
Right.
very kind of face value EP, which is fine. It still sounds good. I very much enjoy her vocals on there. I think she gives off a very kind of I think it's a she at least cutesy kind of tree vibe,
Yeah.
which I think is executed
Mhm.
really well in it. But yeah, it's too short to stick around.
And there's no like wrong note necessarily. There's nothing that like brings it down. It's just a lack of super sticking in my head kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came, it went. It was a fine time.
Indeed.
Cheese sandwich, blender. It's kind of in between those two terms.
I'm more on the blender side, but yeah, it's blender positive.
Yeah, positive blender. Excuse me.
And hit the plus sign to amp up the speed a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't feel like this is a blunder pick or anything, because I feel like we still come out of this like wanting to listen to
Sure.
the album,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I hope is a lot more fleshed out. But yeah, pretty simple one to talk about in that case. I think we talked longer about Trix's a coffee shop or cafe or dessert place, whatever it fucking was.
It was a
they-
dessert restaurant. I
Did they
don't
even
know
do
how
coffee
to describe
there?
it. They did do coffee. Espresso shots were like $6-7.
Oh, you said the thing.
Fucking rip off.
No one's saying
And
6-7 anymore, but you said it.
Stop saying 6-7.
the fuck?
All right. Well,
Anyway.
before we become a brain rot podcast, Dominic, what do you want to move on to next?
Let's see. Let's talk about Holo Boy.
Holo Boy. Okay, this is Lorelei. Yeah. So I saw Water from Your Eyes kind of recently. This is Lorelei was also touring Australia, but I hadn't really gotten into him, so I didn't really want to pay the $50. There wasn't really anything cheaper.
That's wild.
So I missed
price.
Wild.
That's Australian.
Well, for us, that's
international
like
tours.
30 American, but that's still pretty wild.
It's just the cost of internationals touring. It wasn't actually that bad of a pricing. It's like for This Is Lorelei's sake, when I think about a lot of the artists that have toured here over the past year, that's actually one of the cheaper ones.
Gotcha.
Like Water from Your Eyes was like $60. Which was probably a bit more fuller of a project and all that, and a bit more popular and playing in a larger. I don't know if they're playing larger, but in regards to all that, it was still. I didn't know them enough to really warrant the pricing, so I don't actually have the live performance to judge this by. But I kind of said, well, fuck it. I did like Water from Your Eyes, especially seeing them live. So maybe let's try and get into This Is Lorelei. They have that whole kind of Wednesday scene connection. MJ Lenderman covered Dancing in the Club. they seem to be that kind of whole favorite band type of deal. So listen to what is basically a collection of his work. He's a pretty prolific songwriter. I think in this one, it's he's kind of reproduced all the songs, and so like they're newer versions of them, but they're all older songs.
Yeah, they're all from between 2014 and 2021.
Yep. And I kind of come out of this. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have paid the $50.
I don't know if I would have paid the $50,
no.
but I like this better than Water from Your Eyes.
I don't agree. Dissonant in the Dissonant ways. Who would have thought?
See, this is giving me Ben Special vibes, so I'm kind of into it.
Ben Special
fair.
did that so much better, though.
Did he though? I mean, yes. There was a handful of songs here that I thought were interesting. Maybe not a bunch of them, but like a few.
Yeah, like I don't come out of this I'm thinking, oh, bad album. I just come out of this like kind of safely saying like, yeah, this one doesn't hit for me. I can agree. I think he does actually try to work around his sound quite a bit on this album. I don't think this goes into that whole blender to it's like, oh, I've done the same thing over and over and I couldn't get into it. But that being said, he does have his kind of more unique style that's still incorporated into everything here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is the same style that's done on Water from Your Eyes.
No, that's more of like an art rocky poppy thing.
And like from what I can kind of hear, the other person's solo project, Thanks for Coming from Water from Your Eyes, kind of falls into a very similar vein as This is Lorelei, is very prolific Bandcamp releases, kind of solo written kind of deal. So it's kind of funny that both of them doing a collaboration made something completely different.
I guess you know, if you want to explore new ideas, it's helpful to have someone else that's kind of wanting to be there with you. But there's interesting weird stuff here. Like I can see the, I think I called this Water from Your Eyes kind of like, you know, the kind of rich kid who's looking to do something weird for music. And this isn't that, but I can see some of the connections. Like if you listen to like Holo Boy, the title track, and it's got that fucking like aggressively picked banjo as the backing thing.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of that like, oh, this is kind of weird and quirky.
Yeah, just I don't know. It feels like the kind of first artist from this what I would consider like this kind of part of the scene, even though they're probably a bit further out from it. It's just not hitting. I can't really properly explain it. And maybe there'll be a time later where I go, oh yeah, I appreciate, because I do appreciate some moments on this album. Like the parts where it kind of gets a bit heavier feel conflicting in a good way. Because it's so restrained in its usage that it does stand out in a good way. So when it comes to, I guess, the production or the songwriting and stuff like that, there is genuine creativity being done, and I think it's Nate or something is their name.
Nate Amos.
Yeah, genuinely knows what they're doing, and it shows. And so, all the complaints that I can do about this, if I tried to say anything like, oh, I thought the songs were written bad or anything like that, I would just be bullshitting. It's very obvious that there is a craft to these songs, despite them basically being handpicked from a period of high prolific activity.
Yeah.
It seems like, I'm looking through his Bandcamp, it seems like there's sort of a Sex Mex style release, or kind of was Sex Mex, who was that other guy that we covered from Missouri Tricks? Was that Sex Mex?
No, Sex Mex is Texas.
Who was the Missouri guy that we covered a couple years ago? Double Hell Deathmatch.
Matt? Oh yeah, Double Hell. Yes, that guy, that random guy.
Yeah, there's a certain je ne sais quoi to the Bandcamp releases that kind of remind me of those acts, where it's like a lot of EPs, a lot of like oh, this is kind of like this era, this part of the year, that part of the year. things like
Mhm.
EP20, EP19, so on and so forth. So to see that kind of like he was going through all of that to craft, the LP, I guess. I can
Yeah.
appreciate the like, I'm really prolific, but let me go through and actually sift and see what I like the most or what I think is interesting to put on like an album.
Yeah, I can see that. I just wish it was more cohesive in a way. It's very jarring at points.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
would,
though.
yeah, I don't know if I would actually call it jarring.
I, I kind
To
of
me, it
forgot.
was.
I kind of forgot that this was like a best of esque kind of release until it was mentioned here again.
Hmm.
Like, I would have believed that this was just somebody's next album. It did not significantly strike me as too out of pocket, but that's also because they were all re-recorded.
Yeah, like like I said, there's the craft to this. The songs are rewritten, and it seems like they were rewritten for the purpose of an album. Though, in terms of everything craft wise, about this album, it's good. I wouldn't say I'm like the whole holy shit kind of impressed, but like
Yeah.
you can see you can kind of you can see the craft in a bit. I'm trying to find different words, but my thesaurus is broken. Apologies.
It's not
Uh,
a it's not like a standout act. Like, you're not
mm,
there's nothing
No.
necessarily here that's like you want to make time to go see necessarily, but for what it is, it's interesting. Like, I think, Mouth Man will be a kind of a thing that'll live in my head for a while. That kind of, I don't know, repeaty DJ-esque thing that they got going on for that one.
I
that's
guess I
fair.
just wasn't super into this.
No, I've just vibe wise of the songs themselves. I'm not super into it either. I yeah, it's a cool listen, but I'm not going to get on the hype train as much as I probably even was for Water from Your Eyes, and even then, I wasn't completely on the hype train for them.
I did not very much like that album.
I after seeing them live, I've come to appreciate it a bit more as well. I think as an album that Water from Your Eyes album kind of struggles a bit, but there are highlights in the individual songs from it.
Sure.
Fair.
Whilst this might kind of be the opposite, in which I feel like it does work as an album a lot more, but I don't think they have the highlights like that Water from Your Eyes album does. That being said, my favorite is This Is a Joke.
And This Is a Joke was nice. I like that. I like SF and GG. Mouthman, I think, is probably my favorite. And I definitely will remember Holo Boy, though I can't tell if I like it or not. That banjo picking is really fucking aggressive.
I'll just give a shout to SF and GG. No real least favorite. I just wasn't super into it, I guess.
Fair enough.
All right, well, I guess it's my turn to pick what's happening next, huh?
Yeah.
There's one I want to go next, but you can pick it.
Well, Dominic, you know what? I'd like you too much. Where do you want to go next?
I went back on the block.
Well, yeah, that's actually what I was going to go pick.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones, back on the block. This has been on the docket for me for years, for kind of its ambition and how weird it is. It's a kind of a culmination of several generations of musicians. Ice-T, Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, Luther Vandross, fucking Chaka Khan, Big Daddy Kane, Al Jarreau. There's a ton of fucking people. Ray Charles, Tevin Campbell, Jesse Jackson's
Yeah.
here for a second. They all come together to do, this jazzy, like Quincy Jones after Thriller and Bad, still doing some Michael Jackson-esque beats. It's interesting. It's weird.
I
It
think
is.
when we think about all of the picks you have done specifically, and to kind of get us into this, the old jazz albums that you've done, the hip hop albums that you've made us cover. Yeah, I'm not surprised you're into this. This is
No, not at
basically
all.
I've been laying the
This
seeds
is
for this
like
for a while.
porn for Domino.
yeah. This is basically a
It's
combination of all
almost a
those.
fetish level of determination there, Domino.
But
Like
You know what?
actively shooting fat ropes.
You know what surprises me the most
What?
is that I don't think you were that much into the Temps album, were you?
Which one?
Temps.
No, I was not.
No. Why not? Temps is just basically a modern day version of this.
Yeah, but it didn't hit. I don't know. Like that was the what's his name, the comedian guy.
James A. Kester.
Yeah, like I appreciated that because I thought it was a really weird, interesting idea. But as a fan of Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan, that was kind of my hook into this, and then everything else was like, oh, they're here too.
But it's basically very similar. It's a jazzy experimental album that's got a lot of focus on collaboration,
Yeah,
especially
you're
with
correct.
hip hop artists.
You are very correct. And there are some things I
And
liked, but
it's great. I do like this actually. I don't think I'd go back to this because it's not as much my style.
sure.
But
No.
I can't say I didn't enjoy my listen here. Like it
Yeah.
might have gone a little bit too long for me, but it's not like it was a chore to get through.
Like I would say, the roughest parts are there in the beginning because I don't think Quincy Jones can rap really well, but
Yeah, I think I agree.
No, yeah. I mean this in the best possible way. This seems like an album of B-sides.
it very much feels like this came out after Bad, and Michael Jackson is not on this,
No.
but it has those fucking drum hits that like fucking shoot you in the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, there was definitely a couple moments early on because I didn't know anything really about this album. Does that make me a music poser? Probably going into this, and there were a couple moments early on. I'm like, is that Michael Jackson like featuring or something or like doing something? Let me check
Yeah.
to see if we have to cancel Dominic here.
I'll just wait for my next pick.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you're actually
yeah. He's picking the Michael Jackson abortion papers track.
Nope.
Okay.
we're all going to Neverland.
Do want us to take podcast road trips to Dollywood.
Oh, I would love to go to Dollywood. Oh, shit, yeah.
Nah, you know
Domino, let's
what's
go to Dollywood.
I'll bring my friend Jake. I know Jake wants to go too.
I will
Chicks.
bring my boyfriend.
Chicks, I've actually figured out what Dominic's next pick is that gets us cancelled.
Okay.
And it's not an album. It's actually the guest star.
The guest.
Dominic, you managed to get Michael Jackson's Doctor, didn't you?
Shit, you got me.
I'm excited.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's a fetish for me, but there was a certain amount of satisfaction of like, this is the time when Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald were on a record together. And it's like one of the last things they did in their lives.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's you put the joke of the fetish aside. It's like, yeah, it's a cool fascination or obsession, even if you want to call it that, to have and to see that they've come together. I mean, Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, you could kind of call contemporaries in a way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, seeing a kind of collaborating on what is a pretty experimental album for the time.
And it's
Absolutely.
got that 80s feel of like, well, we gotta introduce the new generation to the old generation. We gotta introduce the rap to the jazz and have everyone commingle and do stuff.
And it's that kind of sound that has actually shaped a lot of more modern hip hop.
Yeah.
But it's like I look at some of the specifics, right? I think Ice-T's verse on Back on the Block is also poor.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that as well. I think you're right. The opening parts of this album are probably the roughest, but it does get better as it goes on.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Even the weird, like when they do the We Be Doing It, there's like that whole like we're kind of a cappella, but we're not totally a cappella. Like I feel like that has all the potential to be really cheesy and silly, but they also kind of arc back around because the production is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
That it still works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trix, you do strike me as someone that knows someone a bit like about Joel Zweynel and stuff.
I don't really. I knew like nothing about this album going into it, and I didn't really get a super good look at features.
Fair enough.
I'm pulling up track listing right now. Give me a sec.
They do announce like half of them as the album goes, which is kind of nice.
I have audio processing disorder, and if I'm not like actively reading the lyrics, they are not sticking with me
That's
unless they're
totally fair.
like hitting. So yeah, I don't have super much to say about this. It's fun in the kitchen. Always thought MJ was gonna hop on. Never did. Got blue balled for MJ.
There
Yeah,
was a
but
couple sound alikes.
we did get Bobby McFerrin.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know who else is excited for Bobby McFerrin, but someone has to be.
somebody does.
Again, I am jazzed that like Ray Charles is here. Miles Davis
Oh,
as a solo.
absolutely. Yeah.
Like these are big fucking names. And I've never heard of this outside of me doing the research for it. And I don't know, Quincy Jones is well known, was well known. He passed a couple of years ago, but well known for doing like the two Michael Jackson albums, or the three from like the late 70s and the 80s. Then after that, it's like you don't really know what else he did.
I love the fucking picture that you get when you search it up on Google.
Quincy
I'm
Jones.
Googling him right now.
I'll let someone else describe this one. I would call it peak.
Oh. God damn.
Oh, you know he was pulling until he died.
100%.
Yeah, I
You, you
produced Michael Jackson.
you don't have free wives without porn.
No.
I mean, he is responsible for some of the most successful albums ever. So, like, there's some credit there.
Absolutely.
Favorites, least favorite?
This is interesting.
I'm glad that I did enough, like, groundwork to make this work at all.
Setting off Chekhov's guns years in advance.
It actually reminded me a lot of the fucking Judgment Night soundtrack in a way.
I totally get what you mean.
Like it's not that, but it has the similar kind of like gag kind of hook to it, but it works.
Yeah. The difference is that I will go back to, and I will continue to go back to the Judgment Night soundtrack.
That's fair. Is Ice-T on that?
I think he is on the Slayer track.
That's very funny that he's on both.
Disorder. That's a fucking banger, not even gonna lie.
Amazing. Oh yeah, favorites, least favorites?
I'll shout out Birdland. Least favorite is honestly probably the prologue and Back on the Block.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with least favorite. I don't know if I really have like a specific favorite or least favorite moment of this one because I feel like it is one of those kind of like that Temps album where it does feel like you kind of get moment after moment after moment, but I don't know if it stands out in the same way or if all the moments going to stand out. So I'm just going to shout out the lazy way of doing Birdland as well.
I like We Be Doing It. I like Birdland. I like Septembro, Brazilian wedding song. Secret Garden was interesting. My least favorite's also going to be Back on the Block and the prologue, but also Tomorrow, Better You, Better Me. Those like really heartfelt Disney-esque ballads, especially when they're sung by children, even though it's really impressive, just they don't hit for me.
Alrighty, well, since Dominic, you kind of picked,
Yeah.
even though I was going to pick that same one, Trix.
Yes, my turn.
You know what's being picked.
Steely Dan. I've been trying to shake off the seasonal affective disorder because it's fucking flipping between like 70 degrees to snowing the next day here in New York. So to offset all the seasonal depression, I've been listening to a lot of Steely Dan, and oh, sweet God, I fucking love this album.
I was bored by this.
I was not bored. I was waiting to hear Ritz talk. Yeah, Ritz talk. See what he was gonna say. Um, I think I liked Gaucho more, but I do like this.
This is my favorite Steely Dan album. Just there are some insane harmonies in this, just all across this, and like I find myself coming back to like just that moment in Asia with the sax just wailing
Sure.
and the drums just building and building and just oh to keep the blue theme we've been working with, it's purely masturbatory music enjoyed to be enjoyed hedonistically.
I found that with some of these songs, even the ones I liked, I was kind of looking for even more. So it's kind of like coming, but you kind of like you just kind of did it. It's not very satisfactory sometimes. Like
Yeah, and I get why you would like Gaucho more in that fact because Gaucho is notorious for taking fucking years and being just like this masterpiece that they were trying to craft.
I love the harmonies in Peg, but they are actually such a small piece of the overall thing.
A fucking Peg rocks.
And
Ah,
I
this
think
this album is just fantastic.
I think my
I
favorite
I
song on
will.
this is actually Black Cow of all songs.
It's a great song about drug addicts.
Like the beginning is so good.
It
Just sets a
is. It
mood
just
and a tone in a way that few albums
hooks you.
do.
You're like, oh, we're listening to Steely Dan now. All's right in the world.
I get why you're into there's a certain chillness, but the music is so complex underneath with all the different instruments and kind of that lackadaisical feel, but there's just so much.
This is music you can enjoy on your front porch or on your back porch, grilling brats in flip flops and drinking Modelo's, or while sipping fine brandy in the study and studying the harmony.
Yeah. But
Music for the everyman.
I don't know if I really stick with the last half of the album necessarily, but other than Peg. But the first half definitely is the highlight.
Home at Last rocks.
Kind of got
I got the
lost for
news
me.
is kind of fun. And Josie, honestly, you could end it at I got the news, and I wouldn't mind. Josie's good, but actually no, keep Josie. Perfect album. 7 tracks, nothing to cut.
I mean, I wouldn't say cut it. It's just not, not my thing.
Fair.
Like I'm,
I've also been listening to this album for like 20 years.
I
Let's
totally
be
get it.
real.
But but like now that we've done two of them, I wanna see if we can jump around a little bit and compare to some of the other stuff that's here, right?
Oh,
Like
we're next one we're doing is Reeling in the Ears, their first album.
Can't Buy a Thrill.
Yeah, Can't Buy a Thrill. My bad. It's 3 in the morning and I had a long day.
I was gonna say Pretzel Logic, but sure. Either way.
Pretzel Logic is good. Honestly, the really like weird left field pick to pick would be Countdown to Ecstasy
Okay.
or their like last album.
Everything Must Go.
I forget what it's called. Yes, Everything Must Go.
Guessing it's a better late come album than like what Rush was doing around that time.
Oh, 100%.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Well, we also we've covered 90s Rush, but we haven't covered 2000s Rush.
No, we
2000
haven't.
Rush is okay. We have covered 2000s?
No, we haven't. I'm just like I
No.
would like to.
We'll have to cover Snakes and Arrows or not what is the other one? Um, Snakes and Arrows or Change. I Rush after Hold Your Fire barely exists to me
Yeah.
because I just straight up don't listen. Um, Snakes and Arrows, Grace Under Pressure, or Clockwork Angels. That was it. Grace Under Pressure. Oh, that's a live album.
That might be worth it. You don't
That
know.
was, I was gonna say Grace Under Pressure came out after Signals, which was after the album after Moving Pictures. We got a lot more Rush to cover, anyways. We haven't even touched their live albums.
I was looking, and yes, Michael McDonald is on this album. I was not sure, but now I know he is.
Who is he again?
Uh, Doobie Brothers.
Yes.
But
Everybody was kind of on this album. It was just studio musicians mostly.
there's a I know there's like a skit. There's like a famous like '80s like I think it's a Mad TV if not SNL or something like that. Might be like SCTV of like a Michael McDonald skit that I remember like vaguely in my head about like him like coming in late to a track. He's like rushing in and like it works perfectly, but it's just like the effort he takes to get there at the last second. It works in the moment, but that has made Michael McDonald stand out to me in a way that I hear him sometimes. Stuff like this.
Okay. I get you. Anyways, this fucks unbelievably.
I'm not totally there with you. I know Ritz is bored. Sorry, Ritz.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you two talk because I don't have anything else to say other than this is my
Ritz,
least
have you
favorite
ever
of the
been on a
week.
yacht?
No.
Why is that to be the question to be asked here? That's an insane place of privilege to even ask a question like that.
I've been on a yacht once, and this is Yacht Rock. And it was for like a school event. It wasn't like a private yacht.
If this is yacht rock, then I'm jumping overboard.
I mean, I guess in that sense, I was on a yacht, but it was a boat. I wouldn't call it a yacht. It was like a party boat.
I mean, I've been on the in Fiji. There was the cruise yachts, I guess, which are kind of yachts, but no, I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. I struggled to get through this one. The most memorable thing for Steely Dan this whole week was watching that skit where it was the comedians pretending it was the movie Yesterday, but with Steely Dan instead.
I will just take I will just be over here in the corner, loving on my Steely Dan. Worth noting, Steely Dan, named after a dildo.
To think
And
that
look,
the world could have changed and Chevy Chase could have been in Steely Dan.
Yeah.
Would we have had all of this?
maybe they would have been better. Look, my take was this wasn't
been better.
this wasn't bad enough to be interesting, but it definitely wasn't good enough to be interesting. It was my least favorite of the week.
Damn.
Damn.
I appreciate this. I kind of like this. Like it's there were some songs I think the first 4 tracks, killer, really good stuff. The last 3, not really for me. So it's kind of that weird thing of like I like it, but I could like it more.
You already know my stance. This album fucks. Every track is my favorite. No least favorites.
If I had to pick a favorite, it is Black Cow. I was getting a little blue ball just from expectations with the other ones. Deacon Blues is cool though. There were some interesting lyrics on Deacon Blues.
My plans are to learn to work the saxophone and play
Yes.
just what I feel. Drink
Learn to
Scotch
work
whiskey all night long and then
saxophone.
die behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I will shout out Asia as my favorite with just again that moment with the cascading drums and the sax. Oh,
It is nice. And they sing the title so lightly. It's like I expected something more to come from that.
Asia. Oh, and it's like 8 minutes long.
I didn't even fucking notice it was 8 minutes long.
No, it's that fucking good.
Like the Quincy Jones songs were all kind of longer, and they felt it sometimes, but these did not necessarily feel as long.
No.
Yeah, no, I like this.
I love the Dan.
Favorites Black Cow, least favorites somewhere between Home at Last and Josie. Somewhere in those 3. I don't know. Nick. Okay.
I do want to say my least favorite was Deacon Blues.
Interesting.
And
thank you for picking Steely Dan next, because we picked now the last one is the one I'm hoping was last.
Hills Hoist from Still Full from Lunch. Good old mate Darren from Brisbane, who lets me sleep on his couch, keeps recommending me Brisbane bands. He's been recommending me Still Full from Lunch since before they even had a song out. Which was a bit hard to recommend because there was nothing to fucking listen to. Not in Brisbane, Darren. What do you want me to listen to? The air? Anyway, they finally got an EP out.
I think
That's
the
it. That's the intro.
Hell yeah.
I think the synergy between Trix picking Steely Dan and you picking this is amazing. This is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I've had one realization after listening to the Still Full from Lunch, and it's probably a very hot take, and I apologize to those that I defend. And it's me now come to the realization that I don't actually hate the new Black Country New Road sound. I think they just suck at it.
That was also one of my takeaways. Is this is what that album should have been.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
this is that sound made better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like this feels like a fucking. Well, fuck it. Let's have bands that have fucking flutes and trumpets and trombones. Fuck it. Who cares? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck two
Whimsical
guitars and
in
a
the
drum
right
kit.
way.
That's cool, but we could do so much more.
Yeah. This shit rocks.
Oh my god. Fucking Rain, Termites. Almost every track here I think is fucking great. Like just and the ones that are not even as good are just not as memorable. Like, what do you want from
It's
me?
crazy how this is going to be a throwaway pick because I was just kind of like, oh yeah, let's pick this because of some bands, and it's ended up just kind of being another important pick from this year. So that's good. I have the Midas touch this year.
Thus, the name of the episode, Ritzie still got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the second that you said that, I knew exactly which one was your favorite.
Oh, same.
Wasn't a question. I know it wasn't This Is Lorelei. I knew it was Still Full from Lunch. Why did I know that? Because I fucking listened.
You know,
It's good.
Because I'm leaving in like 2 days. I had to get everything ready. I already made the album art or the episode art and everything. So here you are.
But Termites genuinely sounds like what I was hoping New Black Country New Road would sound like, and it's done it in a shorter period of time than older Black Country New Road did it. It has that dark moodiness, and the lyricism all being basically like, oh, I'm not alone. There's termites in my wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like listening to those lyrics, it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting. But like the sound of the voice, the timbre, the fucking, just the ability to kind of have all these different hits from different instruments, it just works so well.
Yeah, and the fact that it's done in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah,
It's a true.
Yeah.
It doesn't overstay its welcome. It does what it plans to do. I was gonna say it does what it says on the tin, but it doesn't really say anything on the tin.
like what does Still Full from Lunch mean? What does Hills Hoist mean?
Yeah,
It means this.
yeah. Like you could definitely disregard this as Feeder Kid music because there is definitely that kind of Feeder Kid vibe to this. But this is also kind of like if Feeder Kids were making this music a lot more, I wouldn't have had such a shit on Feeder Kid music my whole life. Because yeah, it definitely sounds very cartoony. It sounds very kind of expansive and trying to punch completely above its weight, but it also feels like it's kind of landing on that. So
Like the build up and horse of every instrument coming in, kind of crescendoing at the end. It's so strong. Or like the kind of run of the first 4 tracks, and a box cutter being like the more stripped down, but like the deeper vocals bringing you in an entirely different direction. There's 7 tracks, as short as they are. There's so much here to like, to love and appreciate.
Yeah.
yeah, like you can definitely see, especially in shorter tracks as well, kind of like build-ups don't really exist, or I guess conscious. It is always a worry in this type of sound, especially when you are not taking your time with it, that you could overdo things as well. But it feels like it's there's enough contrast still in these songs to make moments perfectly stand out.
Yeah.
Despite trying to be expansive for quite a lot of this, it's a very kind of fine line that they're trying to do in this, which they have kind of tiptoed through successfully. Like I could definitely see this falling on over itself, but it doesn't.
You know what I wanted to do with this album? Listening to this, I don't know why was in this direction, but I was just like, I just want to fucking show John Batiste this album.
You see, there was one other idea I was having in my head there whilst you were talking, which, it might be a little offensive, but I don't think I'm wrong. I feel like this is a good album to have gay sex to. I can't be wrong with that. Trix, you're asexual. We don't care about your thoughts.
Okay.
I was thinking about just a nice interview YouTube video between me and John Batiste talking about music and loving this album, and you had a very different direction. I understand.
If you're not gonna have gay sex to this album, I will.
Fucking get the chastity on for Box Cutter, then you'll be fine.
Baby, you know I like to edge.
What does this podcast become?
Come.
we're just fucking going with it now. This is the year of us just really letting it all hang out. Like, the music is good. We're having fun. Fuck it.
Yeah.
After Peter Steele, we've really changed.
Digital footprint is a myth.
And I just want to point out that having gay sex to tree music is called the Old Montreal method. It's nothing new.
Is it better or worse if you're trying to fuck Kevin Barnes?
Worse.
It depends what era of Kevin Barnes.
Whatever era it is, I'm assuming that they are just kind of in the corner trying to psych themselves up through one of these songs.
I mean, for most people, they'd probably even just be happy to be in the same room.
And then, like, at the end, he's like, you can do it soft if you want.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about an album, not gay sex. Happens to me all the time. But yeah, no, this is really enjoyable little EP. I keep calling it an album because I'm just that type of guy today.
Close enough.
Yeah, I would still consider this an EP, but I like it. I liked 315 being a kind of very softer track in the middle of this, but that outro kind of still paying off.
Yeah.
315 is my least favorite song of this bunch. That's just because it's the one I remember the least.
Yeah, I'll say that too.
That's the one that's got the line about jacking off at the end.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But, like, there was so much so strong. Fucking Oh No is just running through my head right now. And if 315, like, the one that's, like, starred on Apple Music even, if that's the one I remember the least, then we're in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good EP. I feel like this is another year where mainstream music might still struggle since it doesn't look to have gotten up from 2025. Like, 2025 had a bunch of new artists pop up, which is, I guess, good. But, you wouldn't expect anything new until later this year from a bunch of them, especially if you want to get an album out. And it still feels like all the established artists are failing. Like, did you remember that Harry Styles had an album out this year?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. That's basically the summary of it. They've botted the fuck out of it to try and get the views up, and it's not even working.
Oops.
Put that twink in a factory somewhere.
Send them back. He's not done yet. And like last year, the DIY scene, which is just not even bothering to try and be mainstream anymore, it's just saying fuck it and getting weird with it.
Fucking
and because of it's
just do it.
It's getting stronger. I want to point out as well, since you're a big fan of the flute, I don't think Local Tough Guy has new music out with it, but they have one of the members from Freezer in that band, and he has bought a clarinet for that one band.
Hell
Wonderful.
Yes.
So even Emo's getting that shit out. So I feel like this is going to be a very strong year for the underground because
we're just going to
let's take. I'll just talk about what I've bought onto that's, I guess, considered the streak that I've had. We've had Planer in there, we've had Craning, we've had Sova and Kisses, we've had the Still Feel from Lunch. Am I missing? We've had Friends and as well, which might actually have been the most popular out of all those.
And we will look back at you, of course.
We will look back at you.
I mean, I still consider that part of the streak because that is an important band to us.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say what's the most like popularity. It would probably be that Friends End album, and even that doesn't have much.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like some of the most interesting releases this year are coming out from artists that no one fucking knows of, and that really puts credence to my belief that the best song of all time is a song that literally no one has ever heard.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it too.
And so often we listen to music that is likely not very approachable to like your random friends or my random friends. And I feel like this one is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That said, I got a 43-year-old convicted felon into 100 gex this week.
I mean, Doritos and Fritos does amazing things.
Yeah. Well, I started them with 1,000 gex first, wildly.
Stupid horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucks. I like this more than Asia. I'm sorry, chicks.
And that's all right. Asia's my number one. I'm just marking it now. But this is good. This is my number 2.
Favorites for me off this, Rain and Termites, just what a fucking opener. Least favorites, probably Comfortable to You.
Favorites, fucking Termites, Rain, Box Cutter. Box Cutter's probably my favorite. But Oh No and Horse are also really good. Comfortable to You is pretty good as well, but my least favorite is 315.
Favorites for me, Termites, and I don't really have a least favorite.
Alright, rankings time. I'll just get started. Least favorite for me was Asia. Next after that, I think I might have to do Charlie Johnston. Apologies, Dominic. And then do This Is Lorelei after that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's going to be Quincy Jones. But yeah, number 1, still Full from Lunch. This could potentially be in the running for EP of the year.
My least favorite is Charlie Johnston. Then This Is Lorelei. Then Quincy Jones. Then Steely Dan. Then Still Full from Lunch at the top.
I will throw Back on the Block on the bottom. Then I'm going to go This Is Lorelei, Charlie Johnston, Still Full from Lunch, and then Steely fucking Dan, number 1.
Right. So we got a 2-week thing because I will be out next week.
Yes.
Do you two want to talk about what you plan on doing?
Tooks, you go first. I'm still getting my other pick ready.
Yeah, perfect. I already pulled mine up a while ago.
Oh, did you mean what we're doing for the minisode, or
correct,
did you mean what we're doing for?
Correct.
Sorry, minisode.
Minisode.
Well, Trix, you can talk about your side of the bracket, and I'll talk about my side of the bracket since we both got to.
Yeah, I'll just talk about the bracket. We are doing children's versus adult cartoon music, and we are going head to head on the children's side, which I picked. Let me pull up my playlist real quick here. I called it "Made with Real Children," or "Made with Real Child." It is Loop De Loop by Ween from SpongeBob. I'm just your problem from Adventure Time. Stronger Than You from Steven Universe. Over the Garden Wall from Over the Garden Wall. Trogdor, the Burninator from Homestar Runner. The Love Handle Song from Phineas and Ferb. Secret Tunnel from Avatar The Last Airbender. And Hot Dog by They Might Be Giants from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah, and well, I picked on the, I guess, more adult cartoon side. I picked from American Dad, Girl, You Need a Shot of B12, from Bob's Burgers, Bad Stuff Happens in the Bathroom, from Metocalypse, Thunder Horse, from Family Guy, the FCC song, from South Park, Kyle's Mum is a Bitch, from Smiling Friends, Bill Nye, Deaf Song, from The Simpsons, the Pick the Monorail song, and from Futurama, Robot Hell. Both of them on different sides of the bracket, but eventually we will have a World Series. For this minisode, we are going to fight each pair to, I guess, go for what we'll consider to be the best kids' original song and the best adult original song. and then fight them
Yep.
in a World Series, it should be a very pointless and unproductive discussion. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm very excited to hear the results of that when I edit it.
Yes.
All right, that's next week figured out. The week after that,
Yes.
I will go first since I will not be here until then. Next episode will be episode 225, and that's a minor milestone. 225, not a major one, but still something I think is worth celebrating in some way.
Yeah, Duolingo will give you like 15 gems for 25.
Yeah. So this time around, I've been replaying a video game that was mentioned in the Gingerbee notes, and I'm like, you know what? This game was more important to me in terms of learning about music and what was popular than I gave it credit for. So we're going to talk about Elite Beat Agents.
Okay.
Now,
hell yes.
You do not have to play it because it is a DS game at this point. But
I have already played it, Domino.
I'm
I
also
don't think
talking
I
to
have.
Tricks. Or Ritz, I mean.
To Ritz.
Yes.
Fair.
Hi, Dominic. My name is Callum. This is Trix.
Yes.
But I will be linking a playlist to the each stage. But I also want to talk about because they're all covers on the soundtrack. So I'm also including all the originals. So we can have that discussion as well.
Fair
Hell
enough.
yeah.
And then, of course, the Michael Jackson connection being that ABC is one of the songs.
Yes. I'll go next.
Oh, and real
I've been
quick, I just
listening
want to say that I have also included the one cut song, Livin' La Vida Loca.
Hell yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Sting lately.
Oh.
And so I wanna cover some Police. We're gonna talk about Ghost in the Machine, the album by the Police. Not all, because Sting had an unlikely collaboration.
Oh no.
Where he did an album with Shaggy.
Yes.
And then, because that's not enough, I want to do Come Fly With Me by Shaggy. Produced by Sting.
Amazing.
I was looking to see if I had, I guess, any other EPs. You know what? I'll add this one on. I haven't really listened to it, so let's add it on. So I've decided it's a bit of a it's a bit of a time period. So why not put a bunch of EPs into the discussion and work out from there. 2 weeks makes it a bit easier. So I picked Ritual Disorder by Ritual Disorder. I picked Hound by Hound. Somewhere Around a Star by Siphon. And A Place I Once Called Home by Finding Better Health. Now, that's short enough listen there that it's probably worth adding something on a normal week anyway. But I figured, hey, I kind of want to keep my streak alive. And there's one album that I know that even if we somehow don't like it, we'll still keep the streak alive.
Yeah.
And that'd be Donny Benet's
Hell
Il
yeah.
Basso.
Hell yeah.
Of course. Okay. So
Two bass legends against each other.
this gives us two Elite Beat Agents being my pick. Trix has picked Ghost in the Machine by the Police, Shaggy's Come Fly With Me, and 44-876 by Sting and Shaggy. I don't know what the fuck that is. Sure.
I don't either, but we're going to listen to it.
And then
Now I want to quickly say as well that I actually have the files to Come Fly With Me because my dad passed it to me.
Now, to be clear, Trix, you want to do the deluxe version of 44-876. I don't even know what the difference is.
100%.
All
We're
right.
doing the deluxe edition.
All right.
I don't know what the difference is either, but we're doing it.
All right. And Ritz, you have chosen Somewhere Around a Star by Siphon.
Somewhere Around a Star.
Ritual Disorder, self-titled. Hound, self-titled. Place I Once Called Home by Finding Better Health. And Il Basso from Donny Benet. Is that everything?
Yep.
And I, of course,
Yep.
Burley Beat Agents. It is the originals and the covers that are in the soundtrack. The soundtrack was never released by itself, so it is only represented by the stages and the videos. That said, this has been Dissonant Waves. My name is Dominic, and Ritzie still got it.
I've still got it.
I've been tricked, and you can find me catching it.
Ending on a sex joke. Amazing.
That wasn't even my intention.
I don't actually have any more kind of like plugs to do because I can't be fucked. So have a good week.
I'm not
everyone.
on social media anymore. Have a good one.
Nice.
I have a list
Social
card.
media sucks.
I did the show. That's all. Good night, everybody.
Fuck White Rabbit.